GoreCast is brought to you by American Horrors, the greatest uncut horror channel in the world. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all horror. As well as the Station of Decapitation Without Your Head,
America's longest running horror channel, www.withoutyourhead.com.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
What's up, GoreCasters? Welcome back here to the GoreCast on Thursday for the GoreCast group chat. We got the Giz down below me, we got the Buzz to the right of me, and we also have the Carter to the lower right of me, although I'm nodding left to indicate right on screen.
He's somewhere.
About down here. Yeah, got it. Nice. Screw you and your reverse cameras. Oh yeah, you got a green screen behind
it just looks
you.
like a
Well, prepare for me to fuck with Buzz's camera as the stream goes on.
I was wondering when you were going to figure that one out. I thought it was deliberate and you were planning on doing something, maybe have him hosting from like a cyber castle or something like that to fit the...
I was just going to put a killer lawnmower behind him. I had an initial plan and then I got distracted with setting up the stream.
He's a man of many hats.
We got Katie McNeil in the chat. Hello, Katie. And we have two other people in the chat that are possibly myself and Carter. I'm not 100% sure.
Sounds about right.
Hello,
anyway.
Johnny and Carter.
Shall I delve into what news bits I have for people?
I very rudely need to share this out.
Yeah. No bother. So, since it's been about 25, 30 odd years since anyone's heard anything about the Ghoulies, it turns out director co-writer Luca Bersovi, and producer co-writer Jeffrey Levy are asking to get the rights back from Sony Pictures so that they can reboot the Ghoulies franchise in a new movie. Seems lads have actually set up a petition on change.org. The petition reads, Bercovici, I suppose, and Levy are urging fans to climb the porcelain throne and support the hashtag Ghoulies Reboot campaign in order to show Sony that audiences want a new entry into the series, which originally ran from 85 to 94. Once we have hit our signature target, this petition will be forwarded to Sony CEO Tony. Oh God, damn it, Vincent Quira. It'll be handed into Sony CEO Tony. And
well done, Tony.
Hopefully, discussions can start between himself and Luca, because I'm not pronouncing his bracket name either.
My bad list now, Tony. I'm only joking. I wrote I love Tony.
You know, weird, right? One of the guys that regularly hands me in stuff is from Italy, and apparently I'm one of the only people that manages to pronounce his name right. I am mangling the two Italian names that are here, so I'm just going to glaze over them.
Well, it's good to burn brightly than something thing.
Anyway, they're hopeful that they get enough names and they can approach the head of Sony and basically go, can we get the rights back so that we can do a bunch of films, please? Where is it? The article that I'm stealing all of this from, which was like a day or two ago, there had only been 120 fans, but like I said, that was a day or two ago. So if you're interested in new Ghoulies movies, go on to change.org, look for the hashtag Ghoulies reboot, and sign the petition, and maybe we'll actually get some more monsters coming out of the bog to scare the bejesus out of people.
That'd be sweet.
Mm-hmm. You can't beat those monsters out of the bog.
Knowing how Sony is with their properties, look at Spider-Man, it might not be a very easy task.
This.
Kind of.
It did take a really good Tom Hiddleston ringing them shit-faced, just like, can we not all just get along? People love Spider-Man. I want to be Spider-Man. I shouldn't even be this drunk, to be blatantly honest. And I bought custom web shooters, and goddamn it, I'll be damned if I'm not using them. So you Disney shits need to sort this out, is what's going on as well. I'm just trying to say Spider-Man.
Anyway, the point I was going to make is
the reason to the dramatic reenactment camp.
Stuff like the reason that Sony hung on to all that stuff was because Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, the properties that they bought in the 90s when Marvel damn near went bankrupt, they figured, they were cash cows. And especially when Marvel started actually getting their act together and bringing along Iron Man and the Avengers movies, it's a case of, people are starting to get into this comic book stuff. We need to do something. So we had The Amazing Spider-Man with your man Garfield, which I didn't think they were that bad. Wow, what are you shaking your head?
No. The first one was okay. The second one was... ouch.
At least it wasn't fucking dancing emo.
Hey, in fairness, there was 2 movies before Dancing Emo Weinstein that were pretty acceptable.
I completely agree with you there. I did not like Spider-Man 3. That was an absolutely...
Oh, fuck no.
I almost got a
Spider-Man doesn't wear pomade, motherfucker.
Why the fuck is Eric goddamn Foreman trying to be fucking...
Oh my god.
Thank you.
My friends had to grab me in the cinema and make me sit down.
I just needed Red Foreman.
Sorry, could you say that again? I just have say that again for the audience, kids. Your parents had to watch you?
No, my friends had to grab onto me and make me sit down in the cinema because I didn't know Foreman was playing
oh
Venom.
my god, I wish I was in that cinema. Just kids just having a rant from the middle row. What is this abomination in front of me? Sam Raimi, have you lost your mind?
My exact words were, "What the fuck is Foreman doing playing fucking Brock? Kids, sit the fuck down." It's kind of how it went.
He needed Red Foreman following him behind, threatening to put his foot in his
goddamn jackass.
He needed to be nowhere near that film. Anyway,
that's weird. I actually was only watching that 70s show before I came upstairs.
I have the whole series right here on the floor.
Buzz, may I ask a quick question? Are you going to be drinking out of a red sippy cup for the whole night?
I am.
Excellent.
I am, because that's all I got.
You may regret that choice of answers.
I got the smoke.
I'll have to watch it in post because I can't see it right now.
Wait a second. Oh no! Are you kicking him into the middle of like one of those terrible Muppet Show attempted news broadcasts that fucking Street Profits are trying to do?
He's just drinking with his buddies, the Street Profits. He's got the smoke.
Okay. Getting back to news, Shudder is set to release an anthology movie in June called Scare Package. Come here to me, you little bastard.
Damn it.
This movie is made by people who love horror movies for people who love horror movies. It's a picture.
What's the picture look like? It's the skull. It's the skull. It's the skull.
It's
okay, cool.
You did not say the Asian horror film.
I just heard horror movie and Shudder. I was just like, I forgot about the Shudder element. Sorry.
Anyway, Shudder announced today. When was this thing written? Shudder announced recently.
Shudder announced
that it acquired all the rights in all their territories for Scare Package, which will premiere in US, Canada, and UK on June 18th. They're delighted to introduce a new generation of horror voices in this smart, funny, gory ode to horror that is Scare Package, said Emily Cotto, Shudder's Director of Global Acquisitions and Co-Production. Created by R&B Kuntz and Cameron Burns, Scare Package features 7 segments from 7 different filmmakers. Billed as a splatter-packed, deviously clever throwback that pays homage to horror classics, exploring and subverting different genre tropes. All wrapped
Sorry,
around
I need to
every
interrupt you there for
fan's
one quick
beloved.
sec. Buzz, if you could very quickly just take a quick drink out of your sippy cup there for me, that'd be great. Oh no, sorry, no, that's the wrong one. Whoops.
I love how you stepped on where I was about to describe the actual hook that keeps all these stories together. That was fantastic work.
Well, I tried. Yeah.
They're not going to be standalone. They're actually
you
linked
can
somehow.
keep you can.
They're actually there is a link.
You can get into the link now if you want. It's fine.
Oh, good. In Scare Package, Chad, the owner of Chad's. What?
But I'm on the edge of my seat, man. Hurry up.
Oh, In Scare Package, Chad, the owner of Rad Chad's Horror Emporium, recounts a series of bone-chilling, blood-splattered tales to illustrate the rules of horror genres to his newest employees. Or employee, singular. Okay. Each story takes aim at different tropes, paying homage to and subverting the timeless cliches of the beloved genres, with a cast that includes Noah Sagan, Baron Vaughn, Chase Williamson, Jason Gebauer, Jeremy King, Dustin... Holy shit, Dustin Rhodes is in this.
No shit.
Gold Dust?
No, the natural.
Dustin Rhodes? Oh. Okay.
No, the natural Dustin Rhodes.
They are two different people.
Yes. One of them got into a fight with Roddy Piper in the back lot of a WrestleMania one time, and it turned serious. Anyway, so expect Scare Package to be coming out on Shudder June 18th. Like I said, an anthology film with 7 completely different... Yeah, I'm interested to see which different tropes. What the hell why are you giggling like a child there, Johnny? And I do hope it's not
No
at
reason.
me.
Nope.
Continue on.
I think I want to.
It's fine. It's not. Are you the one with the green screen, Giz? You're fine.
No. Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, expect Scare Package to arrive on Shudder June 18th, all over the world. So yeah, I knew Dustin Rhodes was going to be in something, but I didn't know it was cool. I wonder what he's going to be. I hope he's some kind of like mad, deranged. What the frack are you doing?
Just give a big thumbs up there, Buzz. Yeah.
Can you actually see what's in the background for him?
And Carter probably can. Yeah.
I can't, and it's even better this way.
He got the smoke.
Onto our last bit of news, if I can get past whatever the hell that is.
I'm totally listening.
I think it looks good.
I'm
Anyway,
ready to go.
Anyway, Asians.
Sticking fun. God
Just broke Giz. That's amazing. It's good. Man, I'm having such a good show already. It's not even funny.
No hot bothered.
Oh man, I came in wired.
You know that word association game that like shrinks and other quacks try to make you do. So my brain accidentally slipped into that gear for a brief second. And consider what you said, Baines, and consider what my brain is like. So I just got the mental image, and I just had to stop. Anyway, sticking with the notion of Shudder original movies that are going to be coming out, segue. Monstrum is set to come from South Korea director Jung Ho Hyu, and it's going to be released this Thursday, May 14th. Monstrum won Audience Award at the Sitges International Film Festival back in 2018. Basically, it's a highly entertaining creature feature, apparently. The film is set in 16th century feudal South Korea. A plague has taken over, fear runs rampant in the streets. When rumors of a vicious beast roaming Mount Inswang... I legitimately did need to cough. All right, shut up. Mount Inwanswan, fuck you, called by terrified masses begin to spread. Fear turns into panic. In order to quell the rising panic, King Zhang brings his most trusted general, Yoon Gyum, back from retirement, joined by his daughter Myung, his right-hand man Seung Han, and royal court officer Hugh. Yoon Gyum sets out to find the mysterious creature. Italian name by Butcher. Apparently Korean, Japanese, and Chinese, I'm good. Unless I got them all wrong, in which case we're going to get balls out by piss poor pronunciations. Feel more comfortable anyway. There's a trailer up for it. Like I said, it's going to be getting released on May 14th. We took a look
Today.
at the trailer. Is that today?
Yes.
Goddamn time travel.
Oh,
That's out
shit.
today. Yes.
This is out today?
Yes, today is May 14th, Thursday.
I won't lie to you. I've so lost track of time. It's not even funny.
Fuck.
Inexplicable would be one way of describing it.
Yeah, as is the screw that just like fell out of nowhere and landed on my leg. I don't know what that's from. I'm not kidding. This itty-bitty, I just looked down at my leg and there was this little screw and I was like, where did that even come from?
This is falling apart.
I won't lie to you. With Giz's lack of luck with technology, I'm just worried that all of a sudden smoke's going to start coming out of his laptop or something. I figured out where the screw came from.
Fire!
I have like pointing you down, mysterious screw that came out of thin air. What the frack? Anyway, like I said, go check out Monstrum. Apparently, it's on Shudder now. It looks awesome.
I'm down for that, man.
There's a trailer up for it. Are we doing a trailer, or will we just let people source it? No, okay, we're not doing a trailer.
Absolutely not.
Not remotely.
I didn't know. Can we?
Didn't even contemplate it. Didn't cross my mind. Not a bit.
Can we move on to the films now? Because I don't know if I'm alone in my room. Where the hell did that screw come from?
It came from the fog.
The fog. Oh yeah.
There is no fog.
If anybody wants to join, are you going to join in? I was going to join in on Tuesday for the drinking game bit, and then really quickly clock off and be drunk off camera the way God intended.
No, I need money for booze for Cthulhu next week because I'm on a budget.
Well, myself and the other two lads have noticed that the word "the fog" comes up a lot in the original trailer for the movie "The Fog." Good God!
Surprise.
Well, it's an 80s trailer, and the voiceovers tend to back up the name of the movie as much as is humanly possible. But anyway, we're going to do a drinking game that we're not sure if we can do with liquor, because it seems like a lot of hardcore liquor in a very short space of time, to be blatantly honest. Some would say an undoable amount, but I'm willing to give it a go. Maybe. Quite possibly. Quite possibly. Anyway, first movie.
It's going to make the rest of the show.
Will we do these in order of the way we think the story works?
I think so.
Okay. You start explaining that theory there while I do a little quick jiggery change around.
Oh, I'm so curious.
Okay.
If we were to take a look at the three movies that we were going to be watching tonight and watch them from a certain point of view, that point of view can be seen as being a growth in regards cyber technology. The film Lawnmower Man explores the early development insofar as virtual reality becoming the latest big thing, and, funnily enough, makes some predictions that are more or less kind of on point with how things actually kind of went. Granted, we didn't get any neural enhancements, but VR did work more or less the way they had predicted.
Except that they thought everyone was going to be hooked on the net by 2001. Well, no, sorry, they're right about that, but they thought everybody was going to... I can't man up. It's not just me. I'm worried irreparable damage will be done to the other two as well. Sorry, Katie was like man up in relation to I'd imagine I don't know if we can do it with hard liquor. Yeah.
Drinking game.
I'll give you, what did you say it was? 11? There's 11 just... That's just packs. With them saying, "the fog," not including the words popping up on the screen as well, in a 2.5 minute trailer.
11 times.
Not everyone here is Irish.
I have some Irish.
Do you have enough Irish in you to do 11 shots in 2.5 minutes?
Probably not my. It's probably not my liver. My liver is probably not Irish.
Brian Murphy. Oh, what's up, Murphy? How are you? Brian Murphy said all amounts of drink are doable. So.
Oh, what's the worst going to happen? I get alcohol poisoning.
Yeah,
and then
I'm going to get goaded into killing myself on camera. Well, we always knew it was going to happen sometime. So.
Yeah.
You know, he'd be good for that game, Murphy.
Murphy on camera.
Yeah. I'm not saying I'd be part of it. I'm just saying he'd be good
he's destined for this. To be blatantly honest.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, shall I get back to my
yes,
theory
please,
of...
it's quite interesting.
Okay, so if Lawnmower Man explores the origins of cyber technology in regards to advances that could be made and how they might go about, and further explores the way that these things could go wrong, and as a result leads to a stepping back for the mass public, then we're right on track for Max Headroom, which, dystopian though it is, has a certain, from the 80s point of view, sophisticated level of technology. We have hackers, we have people getting into computer systems, we have, once again, people exploring the notion of cerebral mapping and digitizing the mind.
Because essentially Max Headroom is a digital copy of the reporter. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. Which means
that I gotta say, I was curious, but this makes a lot of fucking sense.
It actually, what I love about the fact that this is how things worked out was the third movie in our theory. That wasn't even by choice. We literally left it up to the dice roll. There was evidence there. Yeah, we just said it's either Johnny Mnemonic or Existence. Right. Although both of them would have applicably slotted into this third slot.
Yeah,
no, it's fucking brilliant. That really does just kind of play through all three of them.
Especially since Johnny Mnemonic is still the dystopian future, but we can say that it's maybe a few years further on. You know, technology has advanced based on the stuff that your man in Max Headroom had done, based on his work and the advancements gone through there. So, yeah, cool little accidental cyberpunk technological history almost. But, yeah, so, I suppose with that in mind, oh no, die, you son of a bitch, die. Yes, I know we're talking about technology. That doesn't mean just because we're talking about technology that someone runs amok doesn't mean you get to run amok.
Sorry, I'm just
down.
Oh, is your technology backing up fucking you around?
No. It's cool. It's all good in the hood. We're good.
Oh, okay.
It's all good in the hood.
Okay.
Anyway, we're about to find out where that screw came from.
Yep. That's what I'm worried about. Carter just said, "Oh, we're about to find out where that screw came from."
No,
just see the screen of his laptop spring across the fucking bedroom.
No, actually, funnily enough, I believe the screw came from something far deadlier.
That's better.
Well, oh shit, where is it? Oh, that's not good. There's a switchblade somewhere in my room.
It's a good thing you're admitting that live on camera.
This is the screw out of it to make sure that it doesn't work.
Right. Interesting.
Okay.
Anyway, while Giz figures out if something's going to spring across his bedroom and murderize him live on camera, the first movie that Giz was talking about in the installment or weird story that kind of ended up just pulling together naturally was Lawnmower Man.
Found it. It's okay.
Okay. Do you want to pick up from there? I'm trying to change Buzz's background to be appropriate.
Yeah. Lawnmower Man centers around Dr. Angelo. There we go. Who is using cutting-edge virtual reality to try and augment the mind of a chimpanzee in order to heighten his intelligence, cognitive abilities, and because this is government funded and the government just love them guns, apparently turn him into a soldier. Now, this doesn't go according to plan because, well, they're after tweaking the chimp's aggression levels way up high, and despite the fact that Angelo says he is the best chimp they've had, he's being pushed too far. Eventually, the chimp gets loose, and there's a bit of a hunt for the chimp because he's now they do this really cool thing whereby he's basically had all this virtual training thanks to the augmentations that Dr. Angelo has done. He's still hooked up into this miniature little almost Weapon X Wolverine fucking headset.
Some could say it's given him remarkably like Weapon X Wolverine kind of headset.
Yeah, it's giving him all this heads-up information, target acquired and what to do, blah, blah, blah. The chimp ends up running into Job, who is the eponymous Lawnmower Man, who is this slow-witted guy who
nice and
is
simple
a ward of the church.
Dude who mows lawns and lives in a church with a priest who beats him in the name of Christ.
and probably
Very
did other
nice,
stuff as well.
very simple.
It's into that. Yeah, Job is apparently really good at fixing things, loves mowing lawns, happy days. When he sees the chimp, they kind of bond because the chimp sees that they do this great thing whereby the visor reads Job's eye and sees the dilation, and as a result can tell that it's just the innocence of Job. There's no threat there. So he goes along. Job mistakes the chimp for a comic book character.
I think a
tries
lot
to
of it
look
has to
after
do
him.
as well as the chimp's waving a massive handgun around, and Job doesn't even look at the chimp like a threat. He's just like, "Hey there, little buddy, how are we getting on?"
Right.
Because he straight off the bat mistakes him for the comic book character.
Oh yeah, I know. What's his name again? Cybo? Cybo Man. That's it.
Cyberman. Yeah. Job takes in the chimp, but it isn't long before the guy Dr. Angelo works for managed to track down the chimp. There is a bit of a confrontation. The priest that's looking after Job doesn't help fucking matters by being a fucking arsehole and calling them in the first fucking place. Goddamn God Squad and fucking sons of a goddamn
Calm it down.
monkey loving.
Calm it down.
Not monkey loving. Anyway, yeah, unfortunately, the chimp ends up dying. Job isn't really that happy about it, but, you know, they get over it. Angelo's work is the important part. Because Angelo's been driven to a certain point, because this is exactly what he didn't want to happen, he throws a wobbler and he's told, look, take a bit of time off, chill, we'll remodel some stuff, you come back in, we'll take another run at it. Angelo goes off. And while he's off having this little chill out session whereby he spends most of his time playing virtual reality and ignoring his hot misses.
Can I just say Caroline
first.
is a little bit of a, like, don't get me wrong, I get the fact that it's kind of like, hey, I'm like literally in the prime of my life, asshole, and you're busy wearing your stupid VR helmet the whole time, but she's a little bit of a C, isn't she?
Yes.
A bit of a see you next Tuesday, as we say.
Which is why Angelo gravitates more towards, you know, abused wife or abused mother Carla and her.
She's
kid
just
Peter.
happy for the attention.
So, you know. Yeah, I would imagine so. Yeah. Anyway, while Angelo is chillaxing, playing computer games, not fantasizing about either his missus or the hot next door wife that wants him clearly, he hits upon this brilliant
they're
notion
not just computer games. I feel you're underselling like the scientific merit of what the man's trying to do.
No. What Angelo's doing is actually messing around in computer games to chill out.
Yeah, okay, yeah, he's just floating around. That's quite true. Yeah.
But while he's doing this, that's when he has the brainstorm of bringing in
Job,
and seeing if he can apply his work to him. At which point, then it's no longer him playing computer games. Now it's him actually back to work. So for the rest of the film, we get Angelo basically using.
I'm just saying hello to people in the chat. You can continue. Yeah, just keep moving on.
Sorry, no. What
Letty.
was the name that you said? Oh, okay. Hello. Sorry, I thought you said something else there for a minute. I was like, what the hell? There's a ghost. I thought you said Letty.
No.
I was just like, what the fuck?
I probably too would have had the same reaction as you. Ghost! No, it's Letty.
Anyway, back to the film. Angelo's work on augmenting Loeb's mind is a roaring
Too much
success.
of a roaring success, some would say.
Much to the delight of Marnie Burke, who is the hot, single, rich widow who enjoys watching Loeb or Jeff fucking mow the lawn.
It's established that she doesn't just enjoy watching Job mow the lawn. She enjoys watching What's-His-Face pump the fuel, and she enjoys watching What's-His-Face deliver the milk. She enjoys What's-His-Face doing the gardening on the other side.
To be fair, once
she
she
loves
sees
watching the world go around.
Sorry?
Dude.
To be fair, what?
Once she sees Job, she kind of locks in.
Yes, but he's built like the Hulk, and he's simple as.
Yeah, that was an interesting thing as well. It's kind of like, okay, so the hot chick is allowed to take advantage of the mentally simple hot guy. But if this was reversed, that's a rape story.
That's not. We're not getting into that now. I can tell you that straight out.
But I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I'm not.
No,
I'm not
not.
disputing.
Which just briefly brings us to the point of
in
drawing
the
together
defense of the story. Just to clarify, the lad's been zapped with the brain juice quite extensively by the time any.
She didn't know any of
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but she was.
She was.
Yeah, but
when he was
she
dullard.
wasn't attracted to him when he was a dullard.
She still thought she was grabbing.
Not really. It was the whole new look and the new demeanor and everything that kind of attracted her to him.
Yeah, no, it was. Old boy was dressing smoother, what have you, but she still thought she was.
Yeah, he literally
simple.
got dressed out of the Garth Brooks collection 2002. A fine year for Garth Brooks, I say. By the way, and I challenge anyone.
Every single guy encouraged it under the notion that Job is mentally simple. Rock on, everyone.
Yeah, okay.
Everyone's just like,
here's the thing. Do you remember last week where I said something that was going to get us in way less trouble, and the stream got pulled? Like, customarily, I don't have an issue getting into this type of thing. It's just that I literally said the thing with the wall, which I won't mention about again, but like, and we were gone. Whole new stream.
What has that to do with this?
It's just I feel that the same robot
I'm debating an interesting moralistic viewpoint from a 90s movie. And the fact, if you finish, it gets totally swapped around when we look at the cartoon Drawn Together, which specifically had an episode about one of the characters' mentally deficient cousins arriving on. Specifically, at the end of it, we realize she was trying to bone one of the lads inside in the house.
I did not watch that show.
It's a great show.
It's
Gay
great.
Zelda is just goddamn amazing.
It's so fucked up. So fucked up.
So I'm now just seeing the stream and I'm seeing what you put up behind me and in front of me.
But
I'm not.
Currently he's got an evil looking lawnmower that and in front of him it says he mows the grass. But earlier, while he was just drinking out of his sippy cup, it was in fact Dawkins. Yeah, it was Street Profits with the thumbs up like that, and I had he's got the smoke written in front of him, and it'll probably keep changing as we go along the show. Keep tuned.
Anyway, getting back to the film, Angelo eventually starts to get worried by Job's
advancements. Yeah.
Advances. Yeah, because it turns out like his mind is just cracking open all kinds of windows,
sponge
and
would be one way of describing it.
Yeah, and his demeanor is changing with each growth. He's no longer that simple.
Yeah,
but it's not even just the simplicity of the guy that disappears. The further he goes, more of his humanity is going, and he's just starting to look at everything very analytically.
Right. Actually, to be fair, the first time you see a distinct notice in his demeanor is after he basically reads the entire history of America up until the Civil War. You can
understand how that would make you go, what?
However, he doesn't start to get he doesn't start to become non-emotional. He doesn't start to become megalomaniacal until after Slaphead fucks around.
Yeah, well, he adds in the killer juice.
Right. No, but it was just noticing that growth and that change of him before fucking up came along. Just as he, like that little bit even changed him.
My point is that his personality, while it had advanced and while he had clearly come along, it doesn't necessarily mean that his personality would have been malevolent at that stage.
Oh no, I don't think so. But I do agree with one of the things the doctor said. It was the whole like, "Hey, dude, you can't take on like." What did he do? He sucked that down that was supposed to be like 100 hours.
Something just fell off my wall as well.
And we just went black.
But then again, he also does...
Video.
I can still see everything.
I got video interrupted.
For
who? No, I got Ollie.
Are you talking about on YouTube?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Did we say something again?
No, I was very diplomatic about it.
No, I think that's just you, Carter.
I was.
Oh, okay. But because what did he say? He sucked down that history and like it was supposed to be like 100 hours or some shit. And he sucked it down.
Yeah, but to be fair, he does acknowledge it. Like Job actually does. They don't explain. They could have explained it a bit better, but Job does acknowledge the fact that he didn't just absorb the knowledge. He's assimilating it into his mind. He's taking it on board. He knows the facts. He knows the details rather than it just being pieces of photographic memory, it's allowed him to, think in different directions, the way knowledge does once you properly absorb it. So
it was just that question of like, the doctor was pointing out, like, you have to kind of like slowly read and take it in kind of thing. And he was like, why? I understand it. Like that to me kind of made a huge difference in him.
Yeah, I mean, it's a landmark in regards his mental acuity and what his capabilities are. And yeah, it's one of the interesting topics that does come up in this kind of sci-fi movie whenever you have advancements in technology. Whenever you have someone that does something that's leaps and bounds ahead, you're always going to have people that are kind of going, even the inventor himself or others around are always going to be going, let's kind of dial that back a little bit. You're going a bit far there, and Jesus Christ, how are you changing reality? Which, is kind of what happens in this. It's after a while. I did like how he kind of experimented on himself to kind of go, right, okay, I know how this should work. Let's see if it does work. Yep, that works. That works. When he kind of made the bomb disappear in his hand. But yeah, the rest of you watched the 2.5 hour long version?
I did, yeah.
I just watched whatever Johnny sent me.
Yeah, it was like 2 hours and 20 minutes or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh.
Okay, so yeah, okay.
Is the stream still down for you, Carter?
No, I was.
Yeah.
It's like our page got pulled.
But then again, like as I try to get on YouTube itself, I'm having trouble. Like it won't let me into my.
Yeah, it won't let. Okay, so it's not just on the GoreCast channel; it's on your channel as well. Yeah,
like I can't load my homepage to get.
Yeah,
to
okay,
my
so that's okay, right, okay. So we're probably still streaming.
That's YouTube's probably.
Yeah, it's still going on my.
Yeah, okay.
Over
It's I can't.
Okay.
Actually, do you know what I'll do? I sent the link to Pam. I'll go in through that way. Yeah, that's what was happening to me as well. Sorry, we got sidetracked there. Sorry, it looked like
But you can see why I thought it dropped. Like I just couldn't see it, and I couldn't.
Yeah, because we're still streaming, but like the chat feed's gone and things like that. Server problem.
Oh.
But we're still streaming. So.
Okay, well, look,
yeah.
Might as well get on with the film. Lawnmower Man is a very good early version of the kind of it's a live action take in a way on the kind of the anime sci-fi stories. Well, I suppose the other films are going to be looking at a more anime style, but it is a good exploration at that grounding, that those early days of kind of VR, and that's what was the thing with this film. It was kind of groundbreaking graphics for the time. VR constructs, the way that they had things melded together, the look of the characters once they got into VR, that iconic image of Job when he actually is fully integrated into the system, which even ended up spawning a sequel and a computer game and a couple other bits and pieces as well, I think. But
it really
did a good job
game.
Neither apparently was the sequel.
I don't remember the sequel for shit. I think I watched it, but I don't remember anything about it.
Yeah.
It had
Did I see it?
It had the same guy. It had Matt Frewer. That was the tie-in as well.
No, you're wrong.
But it's not. I'm fucking looking at it here. He plays Job Smith in Lawnmower Man 2.
Okay, but he's not the same guy from Lawnmower Man.
No, he's not the same guy from Lawnmower Man. He's Job in Lawnmower Man 2.
You see, that's what had me, because I put this on and I was like, that's not... Huh?
Yeah.
Because I remembered you had said it.
Yeah, it must have been Lawnmower Man 2.
All right, fair enough. But, Lawnmower Man, it's a good exploration into the use of where this technology could go, where, the development of it, where it could go, the interesting way that it unlocked the mind. I liked how once Job was capable of start doing things like telepathy and things like that, his explanation is, I haven't opened up new recesses of the mind. These are old ones. that we used to have access to back in the good old days before Christianity burned everybody that thought of the world as being differently than the way their, little man's club pamphlet said.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
How dare you think about the world? Burn, heretic. What the fuck? Jesus, brain dead bastards. Anyway.
Start moving into a trailer?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm hung up because there's one of those. The crux of this film does revolve around one of those like crazy people thinking everyone else is a sinner just because they're secretly a pedophile.
I don't think that was there.
It was, yeah, because when he's in the church confessing, he starts praying to God and he starts talking about his lustful thoughts and his molestations.
Right.
You catch it just as he's being set fire.
Okay.
And it puts the whole Job, or the whole Job being whipped thing into a different light.
Okay.
And explains
I was
a lot.
happy to see him burn just for the whipping stuff, to be honest.
Right.
Anyway, we'll move into the trailer for Lawnmower Man, and then we're going to be back with Max Headroom, which is going to be a trip. Talk to you after.
Job Smith is the Lawnmower Man. A man
Joe, come on, boy, let's go. Grass is waiting for you.
with the mind of a child.
Yeah, Cybo Man. He came to see me.
Cybo Man. Comics, right?
Yeah, Cybo Man.
And a doctor
Virtual reality holds a key to the evolution of the human mind.
with a vision of the future.
I have a game in my house that you might like to play. Would you like that?
Yeah. Okay. That was really bad.
I have different games. I even have one that could help make you smarter.
Now, Job Smith is about to enter the world of virtual reality.
It's gonna hit me! No, Joe, just relax. It's gonna be like being up there with the stars, Joe. They're going to another planet.
His mind is like a clean, hungry sponge.
I just graduated to the next level, Joe.
You're not the Lawnmower Man. You've certainly changed. I don't know how you did it, but I approve.
I absorbed Latin yesterday in less than 2 hours.
Joe, where are you? Joe.
A world where the normal course of events can suddenly turn inside out.
You realize, Dr. Angelo, that my intelligence has surpassed yours.
The imaginary becomes real.
Trying to get inside my head, Joe.
You can't hide anything from me, Dr. Angelo.
And reality
We have no idea what he's gonna do.
is all in your mind. The Lawnmower Man.
You're all going through the one speaker now. And we're back. So that's the trailer for Lawnmower Man. I would highly recommend that one. That's a great watch.
Yeah, interestingly enough, Lawnmower Man based on a Stephen King story originally, but apparently the film differed so much from the source material that King ended up suing New Line Cinemas to get his name removed. So the courts ruled in favor of King, and New Line didn't actually do anything about it until '94, when the courts kind of went, "You're in
it's funny
contempt."
because they actually throw a nod to the book when they say, "Oh, hey, we found the rest of the guy in the bird bath." It was a guy, I can't remember what his deal was, but it was like a supernatural kind of being. He kills a guy with a lawnmower, and they find parts of him in the bird bath the next day. Like, that's about the only part they pulled from it, and that's how that lawsuit went down.
Fair enough. Anything else that you want to add?
No, I'm just pulling stuff here.
I really like it. When Johnny sent it to us, and I kind of got ready to start, and I was just sitting down, and I was like, "Oh, this is probably going to be, And then I sat down. It just sucked me in the whole time. Like I'm
actually,
I was absolutely
super
enthralled with
interested
it.
in what you thought is, because you were like, I'm like, because I was bored shitless with this when I was a kid or something. So how did you find it?
You were right on the call of, when you're like, when I'd seen it as a kid, because it is such a cerebral movie in regards to the pacing and the notions that are in it, for me, while I'd be into the ideas, I preferred them to be a little bit flashier. So that's probably why I would have gravitated more towards our next offerings. But watching it now and being aware of the notions behind it, and more importantly, having seen similar notions carried out in other films, TV shows, and books, it's really, really good. And I can understand how a lot of people would have drawn inspiration in regards works that would have come in later years since.
Totally agree.
See, it's cool, but it's not one of those that I can really rewatch that often. Like, it's got a weird pace to it, so I just kind of find myself getting bored sometimes watching it.
Oh yeah, I think also perhaps just because the version that we all watched, the 2-hour 20-minute version, it does mean that it's a film that you want to put on like every now and then, a few years time, I might stick it back on again.
It had been a long while since I'd seen Lawnmower Man, so I was like down like a Donkey Kong for it. Anyway, from the beginnings of what a dystopian future could behold to full-blown dystopian future and shit's gone sour with Max Headroom 20 minutes into the future.
This bundle of insanity. Okay, so firstly, the idea of Max Headroom actually started off because creator Rocky Morton was trying to think of the most boring thing that he could think of to do, which apparently was a talking head. He envisioned it as being a middle-class white male in a suit talking to people in a really boring way about music videos.
Evidently, I just got a message from Letty. Evidently, YouTube's down globally.
Oh.
So we're not.
Well, I'm watching our stream, so we're obviously still streaming. Continuing on, continue.
So we continue. Oh, it's just no Max Headroom pops up where YouTube.
Told you it would be B, not okay. K.
Anyway, Matt Fuhrer gets chosen to play the unbelievably well-defined features. Oh, no, sorry. Matt Fuhrer was chosen based on his unbelievably well-defined features that were noticed in casting from Polaroid in his comedic impersonation skills, which he demonstrated in a 10-minute audition. The actor apparently took inspiration from the Mary Tyler Moore show's Ted Baxter, saying in an 1987 interview, "I particularly wanted to get the phony bohemian of the phony Bohemian
Bonhomie.
Bonhome. Okay. Anyway, of Baxter. Max always assumes a decade-long friendship on the first meeting. Blah, 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 blah. Basically, what they wanted to do was they wanted to have a VJ, a video DJ that could be put at the start and end of a music video program, and maybe have them, introduce bands, do a couple little bits and pieces, comedy bits in between. And that was one of the key selling points, because what happened was you had, for most of us, we were introduced to Max Headroom in Ireland, I guess, via Channel 4, and the fact that they were producing most of this stuff. In fact, a lot of the cast of the Max Headroom film were taken from Channel 4 in regards, other shows they'd done. This was made in conjunction with a American company, Cinemax. Were the ones, I believe, that showed it first. So the UK episodes were generally about like 6 months behind whatever Cinemax put out. Interestingly enough, they decided to do like a film, I guess. Originally, the idea was some of these segments were supposed to be put in as like backstory. They could be put in during the show to kind of explain where Max Headroom came from. But I guess they just decided, fuck it, we'll turn it into a story altogether. So instead you get this really cool, noir-ish, dystopian cyberpunk story about TV presenter
Edison Carter.
Edison Carter.
Sorry, I've got YouTube news flying in here from people left, right, and center.
Oh, it's all gone pear-shaped, has it?
Pete Tong, yeah. I'm trying to find a news report. Evidently, there's some serious shit.
Hackers have
I
fucking hit
don't
YouTube,
know.
haven't they?
But we appear to still be live according to my phone. So,
all right. Well, I guess we'll just rock on. Anyway, Matt Frewer, as I said, Max Headroom, in this case plays Edison Carter, who is the template or the eventual template for Max Headroom. Edison Carter is a proper no nonsense investigative reporter, fucking, going into the heart of the fucking seedy shit, so much so that apparently in this dystopian future, when you're a reporter or something like that, you need a fucking tech head backing you up, making sure that you're not going to get jumped, watching security cameras, getting you into the story around the law, things like that. I thought that was fucking awesome.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. That was fucking awesome.
Unfortunately, the guy that Carter's working with at the start is a fucking knobend, and when Carter gets pulled on a story because he started investigating something, and higher ups have basically put word down just as he's about to go out live, this story's been pulled. Edison is not too happy with this. His controller, rather than like convincing him to come out, just basically goes, we're pulled, fuck you, and cuts the line, leaving Edison to end up eventually getting jumped, but she gets out of it. Edison demands a brand new controller in the form of, Amanda Pays from The Flash.
Fuck right, dude.
I spotted her and just went, holy shit, it's Tina McGee. So she plays
Theoria Jones,
who is this shit hot fucking hacker and well up to the task of basically watching Edison's back, getting him into the fucking stories that people are telling me he's not allowed to get into. There was a great confrontation between Carter and his boss, and I liked it because Carter is irate. He's fucking fuming. He's basically decked your man that had been fucking running ops from before it. Grossman, there it is. Ha! He decks Grossman, and the boss in his face, he's just, look, I get it. I was on the streets myself. I know where you're coming from, but that's the end of it. And it was just that instantaneous of, yeah, actually, he does understand it. All right, we'll kind of mellow it down a little bit, and the two of them kind of get back to an understanding. And after a while, even the boss is kind of like, look, I know you're going after this shit that you're not supposed to be going after. Don't get yourself killed. I'm going to be over here pretending I don't know what you're doing. Which is kind of cool. And it turns out the entire story centers around the station that Carter works for. In the future, they have blip ads. And the idea is that 30 seconds of advertising can be fit down into 3 seconds.
Cram it all in there. That's the notion.
Yeah, the idea is to prevent people from channel hopping. Yeah, the idea is to prevent people from channel hopping while the ads are on. Because, ads come on,
it's
you're
just
going to switch around,
unfortunately so much
info
and so much microwaves into somebody's brain in such a short space of time tends to make their face and their stomach explode.
In certain
What
cases,
they say they were back in like 13 seconds. It was only supposed to be beat for like 10.
3 seconds is getting a minute and a half, is getting a minute and a half, I think, or was it 30?
I thought it was 30. Like, it was a way over frame.
Yeah, 3 seconds is getting 30 seconds worth of information is what it was.
Everyone can calm down.
And
YouTube's been fixed. I did hit a button. It's grand. I sorted it out. It's great. Thanks.
Well done, Johnny. You fixed YouTube. You didn't need to. Good to know Skynet didn't need me to step up to the plate.
You don't need to nuke anything. We just need to get you really angry and stand within 6 foot of the fucking thing. Something will go wrong.
Yeah, an EMP nuke.
It's a GMP nuke.
Anyway, back to the story. Anyway, getting back to the story.
His madness precipitator.
Schnit, sidetracked. His madness precipitator.
Thank you.
Damn, that's good. Shit. Anyway, the entire, like we were saying, the entire story is that in certain people, and you get this really cool explanation from the inventor Bryce Lynch.
Can I point out,
snobby,
in keeping with everything that's going on tonight with the theme of the shows, that you and I and the lads have managed to stream through what was the biggest example of how a dystopian future could go down, where the one social media site that everybody uses went down for literally 2.5 minutes and the world just went batshit fucking crazy. And I reported it live like a really sober Spider Jerusalem. It'll be grand, lads. It appears that it's actually going fucking nuts. I don't know what's going on. Oh no, wait, no, I turned off my internet and I turned it back on again. It's fine. Go on YouTube.
We all know spider work. We all know spider works
Yes,
better
I
when
know
he's
that, but I
intoxicated.
didn't know everybody was going to be drinking tonight. There was no. I actually, it's my own fault. I should have known.
Suspect.
I'm just gonna let you know, dude. If I'm on, it's always drinking. So
anyway, the blipverts apparently they only affect the really, really slovenly, which is why Lynch doesn't think it's an issue. So, you know, despite the fact that it could potentially be millions of people exploding because, and this, I love how they explain the science of it. Apparently, the information is coming into your brain so fast and so intense that it sets off the neurons in your brain, which then spark off the neurons and the fucking impulses in the rest of your body, which all at once just boom, which apparently makes your body explode. Like there's even a tape of it, which character is determined to get his hands on. Nice.
Dude, I gotta say, it fucks me up every time you say Carter.
What? Sorry, I couldn't remember. I could call it.
No, you're good with it. Like, it just fucks me up.
Warm.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there, boy.
Haven't drank in a bit. Sorry. That was it was just like, whoa. Hello.
Well, while Edison is attempting to get his hands on some evidence, i.e. a tape that apparently mad bastard Lynch has of some poor schmuck exploding, Lynch realizes that Edison is in his gaff, and he said he's two local thugs to come up and do something
and
hot.
thugs are two of the best words you could use for them, to be honest. But brainiacs they are not.
Well, you know, one of them's kind of
less dumb than the other one.
No,
I mean, one guy's kind of got some.
Yeah,
right.
One of them,
one of them likes to quote Shakespeare.
Yeah, cool. There's pirates that can quote Shakespeare, mate.
Are there?
There's pirates that can sing a whole song. I'm sure you can teach them one sonnet. Like, can't be that difficult. They're literally like feathery tape recorders. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Okay. Edison has to go on their own while Theodora tries to guide him around the place. Unfortunately, it all goes pear-shaped. Edison ends up getting grabbed.
Well, first he ends up getting launched face first into a massive construction bollard / security beam. I can't remember.
Yeah, it's a security beam that Theodora and Lynch are basically fighting with the system the entire time that Edison is on the run. And it gets to the stage where he's trying to escape through the garage, and there's a security barrier. Theodora is trying to raise it, and Lynch is trying to bring it down. Eventually, it kind of stops, and Lynch one-ups her by raising a ramp. So the bike that Edison is on jettisons up and straight into max headroom, 2.6 meters. That's important.
It's quite important, actually.
I had to say it.
What is your name? Max?
Yeah.
Headroom.
Headroom. But yeah, Lynch decides to hook Edison up to one of his gadgets because he is determined to find out what exactly
has, instead
Edison
of looking
knows.
at his camera, which would have been a good indicator.
Yeah, because
I found that odd.
This is what happens. This is what happens when you're like fucking so smart. You think you're fucking super smart. We'll do this. We'll get all of these stuff.
How could we possibly find out this info? He's got a massive tape recorder, or we can hack his brain. Oh yeah, that's way better. Let's do that. Yeah. So Lynch manages to map Edison's mind into one of his computers, creates a CGI face and all the rest of it. Basically creates to a degree, a digital version of Edison, which unfortunately the head boss is looking at him kind of going, what the fuck are you doing this for? Get rid of him. You told me I could pass this guy off as Edison.
Get rid of him.
He looks like a really, really square game show host.
Yeah, it's Lynch's plan is that they pass off this fake CGI version of Edison as the real deal in order to hide the fact that they are about to chop up and
I love the
get
fact
rid of
that
the body.
out of everyone in this, it was one of the American side of our contingent that suggested this one for the lineup, considering it's natively a Channel 4 kind of thing. Yeah,
British. Yeah, the entire cast is British.
There's some well done buzz on this suggestion because I loved this. This is good fun. Dude,
Morgan
there's so
Shepherd
many
is-
like Channel 4 alumni, for lack of a better description. It's like, sure, even the girl that's like Max Headroom's like sidekick, she's in everything at one stage. Yeah.
Yeah, Amanda Pays, Flash. Yeah. Actually, you're right. She's in a bunch of other stuff as well. Sorry, my mind just is. Yeah.
Oh, dude, she's always the Flash for me. Like, I feel bad, but
I love
that's
the
like
fact
the
that they
one
got
point
her
I
back.
go to every time I see her.
You know they got her back for the new series, don't you? As like a new version of Tina McGee.
Tina McGee.
No.
Yeah, she's in like a season and a bit, and because they have the original guy in it as fucking Barry's father, you have Tina McGee and him on screen together, and then they end up kind of doing a bit of a will they won't they bit of a
very
thing.
good.
That's sweet.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yes.
back to the film at hand.
I wasn't
Aha.
expecting a Flash sidetrack there. It's okay. Oh,
Sorry,
no, I'm okay.
sure,
I
no,
have
I
no
heard-
issues with a Flash sidetrack. I was just saying I wasn't expecting one.
All I heard was
It
was
was,
Dude, when they had him
it was
back in
Tina
the
McGee,
original
not Tits
outfit-
McGee, just to clarify, Buzz, before we move on.
Oh, damn it.
Or Tickle McGee.
Oh, Jesus.
It's okay. YouTube had an aneurysm a while ago. It'll take a while to figure us
my
out.
old friend. We could have caused the aneurysm. That's all I know. They could have had a hackbot been like, yeah, Max Headroom, brah, shut down system.
Don't
Because
let it get out again.
Wasn't there?
They're on plus.
It's like Freddy. Once you talk
Wasn't
about
there a
it too
news
much, he
report
gets
that got
loose.
hacked by Max Headroom in real life?
There was someone in a Max Headroom mask that hacked a couple of bits and pieces. They never found out who it was.
Yeah.
Old school pirate broadcast into the signal.
It was from 1987 in the Chicago area. It interrupted an episode of Doctor Who.
Fucking
Well
brilliant.
done, Max Headroom. Well done.
That's honestly the whole reason that like popped in my head. Like I knew the movie existed because I was so into the incident. So like for some reason that's why like I was just thinking when we were talking about what to do. I'm like, we should do Max Headroom just because I never watched the movie, but I know of the incident more than I do.
But now you know of the movie.
Okay.
Well, I didn't know that there was a movie. I just remember watching
The movie
show
was
back in
the
day.
pilot that went out in Channel 4
Yeah, I
and then
was
it
saying,
ended up
actually.
moving to America and having a TV series instead.
And then getting picked up in Japan, apparently, because all the credits at
Yeah,
the
they
start and end are
bloody love it.
Japanese. It's great. It's great.
Oh, dude, I dig
yeah.
Matt Fewer. He's fucking awesome.
Yeah, he's in so many things.
Lawnmower Man 2.
And he can be creepy as fuck as well.
Oh, yeah.
Generation X.
itchy ear going on. Sorry. Oh.
Town called Eureka. Anyway, getting back to the film. Yeah, just to
Funny, I
wrap things
Shrunk
up
the
and
Kids.
kind of...
Loved him in
Lynch.
fucking Eureka. Sorry.
Lynch decides to have his hired goons get rid of Edison and get rid of the machine that is the fake Edison. They dump Edison's body in with the Nightingale body parts
Where
service.
you get 20
the body
bits
bank,
for a
basically,
fresh one.
And they give... Yeah.
And I
they
gotta
give the
say, that
machine-
concept really fucked me up. Oh, you found a body, drop it off.
I
to
loved
us,
how quickly
make
the
$5
guys just went,
fuck it.
well, this is a viable business source. They were kind of like, huh. Never thought of slogging dead people in here before and just... Because it even crops up later on in the movie where they just accidentally plow a guy down with their Jeep. Oh, no, sorry. Oh, shit. Get in the back.
Yeah. Anyway, they do that, and they also give the artificial version of Edison to Blank Reg, who has his own little pirate station called Big Time TV. And Reg starts messing around with it, and so he starts talking to this thing that ends up becoming a personality, and there's flashes of the sign that Edison slapped into as Max Headroom. So Dominique, his
partner.
Mrs.
Partner is the word he
partner,
used.
whatever. Himself and Dominique are looking at this thing. They end up naming. They see it. They say Max Headroom, 2.6 million. Well, if you want something, you shoot for high. It's definitely the viewers you want.
And then they just cut him
So he ends
live.
up taking. He takes the name and they set him loose.
And
they set him
people
loose on
be
the
loving
TV,
him.
The TV waves. Yeah,
And it's
that was the
amazing
origin.
how quick he started grabbing viewers.
He robbed
Like, they
it
were already
2%
noticing, like,
viewership
their
dip,
viewership
which is a lot.
dropping. Right.
And what's interesting is while you have this being let loose as being like the origin story for the video, the VJ, as I said, the video DJ, you still have the Edison character story whereby he's hunting down this news story and does end up getting to the bottom of it. It's actually pretty good.
Except everyone, when they're watching the live feed, is just like, bullshit, and click over back to Max Headroom because he's way more entertaining. You actually don't get the whole conclusion to the big drama side of the story. It's just like, fuck him. Bullshit. I love it.
Great.
Will we?
I'd say Max.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say that this is a fun live-action, basically anime story.
Yes, I wouldn't disagree with that description at all. I would totally agree with you, in fact.
Trailer time?
No, not right now.
See.
Just keep talking there for a minute.
Oh dear, that can't be good.
Yeah, what? 1 sec, I just need to open this up again because it's obviously not named what I thought it was named. So, anyway,
never a good sign.
Dystopian futures and dystopian futures. Yeah, I don't have any hardcore porn on my computer, actually, sadly enough.
It's alright, I can tell you where to go.
I know there's websites, dude. I don't see the necessity to boggle my computer down with a load of filth.
If you find something good, you want to hold on to it, dude.
Okay.
I don't know.
We're going to need to talk just for a second there, because it would appear I never actually downloaded the trailer for Max Headroom. Good times. Yeah.
And
no, it's back.
Dead now?
I told you I turned off my internet and turned it back on again, and we were okay.
Actually, it will see us again.
Okay.
I really dug the shit out of Max Headroom. Though the idea was definitely not something you expect to see, but seriously fucking entertaining.
It's interesting because apparently after the TV show was made, and while they did have the whole video show segment thing, they ended up doing a couple of different variations, including basically the first season was just what they envisioned. It was Max Headroom basically presenting all these music videos. Then they started doing a second season where they started doing interviews,
shows up on people's
and having
televisions
interactions
and
with celebrities and things like that.
I was saying, I kind of dug that. Just the pop up on television, they really, I don't know, they took an idea and just made it something really fucking entertaining and fun.
And I think there was also.
I think it ran for 3 series.
Yeah, and I think there was. I think there might have been another a different show.
There was a TV series in the States on ABC that ran for 2 years. I believe it was from 87 to 89. It was pretty much the first episode showed scenes from the movie, the 20 minutes into the future, and then added more to the story.
Thank God.
Had the same guy playing Max Headroom.
Got it.
But there was the HBO series where it was called the Max Talking Headroom Show, where he did the interviews. That was on HBO. And then there was the Cinemax series that was, I think that was right after the original
where Max Headroom does a topless.
And
I think the Cinemax series would have been the music videos one.
Yeah.
Okay, so
there's a good chance this is the trailer for the TV series / the movie, because it's 5 minutes long. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm stressed out after all of that quick channel changing, YouTube fixing for Duggery. Anyway, here's the trailer for Max Headroom, and we're going to be back after that, and we're going to be getting into Johnny Mnemonic. It's spelled with an M,
Hi there, and yes, it is little old Why. Isn't that wonderful? But wait, I can hear some of you thinking, do I know him? And some of you are thinking, of course I do. And some of you are thinking, gee, I'm sure I do. And some of you who've been unconscious for the last 6 months are thinking, what the hell is going on here? You see, some people are calling me the world's first computer-generated television personality. Isn't that silly? Because personally, I prefer to be called Max Headroom. And I'm just a normal, modest, humble, self-effacing, well, let's say, superstar. And here's a quick breakdown of my current activities. Excuse me if I miss anything out. But, let's start with a complete line of merchandising items from soap to car suspension systems. Then, of course, I'm the serious spokesperson for the new Coke. There's a computer software game. 2 books have been written, one about me, one by me, a record album, a movie deal, and I'm developing a pilot for ABC TV. Do you think global impact is too strong a phrase? I don't. And it's because you and me have this special relationship that I can tell you about a very special tape called Max Headroom. Ah, God, that name, my trousers are getting shorter. And I'm being put out by my great friends, Carl Lawnmower. It is quite simply and wonderfully a masterpiece. And tells the story about how I came into being. That's where I came from. And stuff. Real showbiz background stuff. You're gonna love it. In fact, I love you so much, I'm gonna let you take a quick look at the original story.
Gorrister, I'm calling you on the link. How come this story is pulled?
Edison, it's pulled.
Right, yeah. Gorrister, you do not leave me or anybody exposed out there.
Hey, Edison, what's the problem?
We may have to suspend the use of blip-advertisements temporarily.
People do sort of blow up. Spontaneously combust, you know.
No, I don't.
It's big, isn't it?
I don't know. It was pulled from high up. Very high.
Unfortunately, one of our reporters may have got quite near the truth.
We could always kill him.
Right, where do you want to start?
We're too damn close to the truth twice already.
Did they know?
We've always felt that the viewers are the most important people, the people.
What do you guys think you're doing? This is my story.
What's the Blipford problem?
What? Good God, man, this is completely out of order.
Too damn close. Twice already. I know how much of that you got control. Are you busy tonight?
Mr. Carter, we hardly know each other. Look, I'm getting you out of there. Move.
Right. Great. Wonderful.
This is big time television. Day after day, making tomorrow seem like yesterday.
My bike!
I can generate this man onto the screen from my computer, but he will in fact be computer generated.
Smash it. I do so hate wasting an employee.
Mr. Bryce didn't say kill him, did he?
No, but he did say get rid of him, though.
Brain banger, that one. Cheers, folks. What are we going to do with Mr. Bryce's little toy here?
Hey, leave it.
Morning. I need your address.
Geronimo!
Can you remember anything?
Not a thing except bits. With me, just one piece. I won't explain. Just stay tuned to big time.
Max Headroom. He could have his own show.
Now, Mr. Boyle, where is big-time television?
I'm going to reinstate Blipverts. And that's final. Hey, look at this.
I had to spend a little time recently with a parrot. Who's a pretty boy? What I want to know is if caviar is a rich man's food.
Where is it?
Don't move.
What do I do, Ben? Do what you have to, Murray.
You're going to tell me exactly what I want to know about Blipfords, the whole story. Tell me, sir,
When did you first learn that blipverts cause people to spontaneously...
One. There you go. And we'll end right there because you'll understand if you ever watch the movie what a pain in the ass that is. Because that's exactly how we get faded. It just fades to them in the truck and they drive off and Max Headroom, they change to him because he's way more entertaining. Fuck the awesome story that we set up that I was quite interested in. In saying that, I did quite enjoy it. I really did enjoy Max Headroom. It's really good.
Yeah, there was more of a story than I was expecting, I guess.
Whole movie's on YouTube. So, there you go. You can watch that.
Yes.
Guilt-free, I suppose.
Nice little quick run, too. It's only about
an hour.
57 minutes.
Yeah, well, it's a TV pilot, really. Do you know what I mean? So,
yeah.
Okay, so next up we have... Oh, I forgot to do the image change. Whoopsies.
Johnny Mnemonic.
All I have to say is if you better not put a goddamn dolphin behind me on the screen.
I'll tell you something for nothing. I wasn't thinking of that until right now.
But you are
right now.
Horny dolphin.
You really should have just kept still. You really should not have.
I feel he wanted a dolphin, to be blatantly honest. If you know.
Maybe he does. Maybe he does want the horny dolphin.
That's way more Keanu Reeves than I was expecting. Whoops.
Keanu.
I have taken up the whole screen.
Was it the hardcore porn aspect again?
What? The whole screen.
So is it dolphins in general or just like techno dolphins?
No, it's just
if anybody
dolphins.
wants to
That
drop a
was
quick
stupid.
suggestion of what sort of
Go
dolphin
ahead.
I should get in the chat, we can make it happen from there. You don't even have to keep it on brand, so you can just have whatever dolphins tickle your fancy. I better pull up an old Google window here. I feel I'm going to need it. Google.
Anyway, Johnny Mnemonic is the most futuristic, I suppose, of our three films for tonight, and once again can trace a technological evolution as we go from the humble beginnings of Lawnmower Man through the edgy starting kind of middle ground of Max Headroom.
Max Hardcore?
No.
I think that's a different movie. I think that's a different movie.
I will say I dug the shit out of the idea behind this one.
Yeah, Johnny Mnemonic is like the next stage in that technological evolution.
Oh, there's a happy fella. That'll do.
Cyberspace is more on par. Okay, cyberspace is a little bit more on par with how we see it at the moment, except with the fact that people can get in there virtually by way of headsets and handsets and things like that. So a lot of the things that we would be doing now, Johnny Mnemonic would be doing using virtual interface, more or less the exact, the same way, following similar trends, I guess. It's important to note as well that Mnemonic is a cyber courier, which means that he has an implant in his brain which allows him to basically store vast amounts of information and smuggle it, I guess, from place to place, because information is the coin of the realm in this case.
I'd say smuggle, because it always seemed like it was very under the table kind of work.
Yeah, it's the idea is that information is the coin of the realm, and corporations keep that information on a tight leash to the point that some of them will hire the goddamned Yakuza to make sure that people don't, get away with any kind of industrial espionage.
But it makes sense that it kind of moved that way, though, because anything else could be lost, dropped, stolen. So to have it like just crammed in somebody's brain was just a brilliant fucking idea.
Yeah, yeah. Johnny is given a job by his handler or his manager, is played by Udo Kerr. I can't see anything. I don't want to ask because it'll probably set him off. But
set what off?
No. We're all good. I
don't know what you're on about. Udo Kerr. He's trying to get Johnny Mnemonic in his massive hard drive. Continue on.
He's getting him a job. He's getting him a job. He's already. What the fudge am I looking at? I am. What the what? Okay. Anyway, Johnny has gotten his brain recently augmented, which means that he has a full.
I picked the wrong side.
Yeah, he's got a full 80 gigs worth of storage in his mind, which he can double up to 160. Unfortunately, the very high-strung people that he's doing this job for are cramming his head full of, I think it's 320 gigs of information, which damn near blows his head off after he takes it in. But he's very cool. He's very calm. He's very methodical. He calmly asks for the bathroom, goes in and has his little private freak out then and does his little mind-calming exercises and gets his shit under control, just as the aforementioned Yakuza arrive on, because apparently they've been tasked with getting whatever the frack info he has just put into his head back. And one of them has this really cool monofilament lash that's kind of a running thing for him.
Dude, you know how when I watch movies like this and I'm like, well, I got to get me one of those. That was one of those. Well, I got to get me one of those.
A monofilament lash.
They look pretty cool. Yeah,
pretty awesome.
I'd imagine I'd have a finger gone within a fucking week. But anyway.
Well, his finger was gone and he turned it into the lash. Anyway, so these boys make entry and quickly make shit of the scientists just as they were sorting out. Basically, there's a special way that this information can be gotten. Johnny,
I can access anything I fucking want. Thank you very much. All right, sorry.
I'm not talking about you. There is a code in I guess we should be fortunate that we're not doing credits.
Right?
Anyway, there's a code because Mnemonic can't access this information. It's based on pictures that he saw randomly that the guys chose while he was getting the info.
It's pictures the guys chose randomly via what was getting fired into his brain box.
Yeah. So, and I think what was on TV or something like that. There was some way to do it. These
they had to hit the button randomly 3 times at the end of it to put the lock on the door.
Yeah, basically. So these are the key to they're the codex for opening up all this information. The Yakuza arrive as they're in the middle of faxing these pictures to wherever the hell Johnny's supposed to be going with the info. So Johnny manages to get one picture. The nerds that set him up for the job kind of half burn the other two. Well, they burn like half of one and they get one picture. That's good. So Johnny ends up managing to evade the Yakuza and trying to get to Newark, where he has to meet his contact.
Ungodful amount of info he's got in his head out of it as quick as humanly possible.
Unfortunately, his handler, Udo Kerr, has boned him like a fish, it seems,
bent him
because
over the proverbial but fucky barrel.
A, he didn't take much info he was going to be getting glommed into his head, and B, once he found out how serious things were, he just turned around to the Yakuza and went,
should have told me you got the upgrade, Johnny. Yeah, to 80
feed.
gigs. Oh, they put in way more than 80 gigs. No shit, Udo. Yeah. What?
What the fuck is he doing?
Buzz is trying to get a dolphin drunk currently.
Okay then.
There's a dolphin behind me.
And it also says Flipper Cyberpunk hard drive beneath him. It's not wrong.
Oh gods.
Like as the story goes on, you'll understand that I'm not just talking craziness. I have a basis for my mad writings.
Way too much information crammed in.
Oh yeah.
Getting back to the story,
fuck you,
Mnemonic
Udo.
is he's led into an ambush which he manages to get away from. partially with the aid of Ice-T, who is part of the
I always
leader of the Low Techs.
like use which ice rapper shows up in what movie as a judgment of what your budget was like. It was like, oh, it's Ice-T. Okay. Tanker was good.
Brilliant.
Yeah. But like, if you go through the if you put Ice Cube's resume and Ice-T's resume up beside each other, there's a slight difference.
Yeah, one of them was in Law and Order for like a decade and a half.
He still is.
He
yeah.
still is.
Yeah.
See, there you go.
Dun dun.
I'm just saying, Ice-T has not really been picky about the shit he did.
What am I? I'm a big. I'm a cop. Am I? That's cool. I'm down with that. I'm a rapper. Am I? Yeah. Cool. I'm a cyberpunk revolutionary leader. Yeah. Cool. I'm down with that. Cool. Kind of like Che Guevara 2050. Yeah, that kind of thing. Cool. Spending most of our lives. Oh no, that's cool. Shit. Sorry. Never mind. Moving on.
Right.
Nobody heard that. That's good.
That's essentially how it goes. Mnemonic ends up getting to basically a nightclub, an underground club, where he's hoping to find someone to get him out of this ridiculous predicament. That doesn't exactly go according to plan either, as he ends up getting fucking... Yeah, he gets jumped here, doesn't he? Yes, he gets jumped.
Tied to a table.
To that back room.
And he's about to get his brain mashed. Well, no, not really. He's about to get his head removed.
Yeah. Yeah, he's about to get decapitated because it turns out there's a bit of a bounty on that info.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that bounty doesn't necessitate all of his body to be functional. Just from about the neck up.
Right. Where is Ralphie? There we go. That's Udo Kier's character. Ralphie basically has... Okay. Udo has a couple of cyber bodyguards, and there's new chick Jane who's looking to be... She's looking to get a job.
Because I'm hard as F,
bodyguards.
and I'm good at beating people up, but no one would believe her because she's a hot red-headed bird, and also she's got the shaky shakes.
It's Dina Meyer. Everyone would believe her.
But she's got the shaky shakes. And and also in relation to the story, nobody believes her. Nobody will hire her. Remember, that's the issue. So, like, I'm not talking in real life. In real life, I'm sure she could tune somebody up.
Called her out on it too.
Guys, the shakes are caused by NAS, which is the plague that is afflicting this dystopian future.
And 3 letters that you should commit to memory for later on as we get through the review.
What?
The NAS?
Oh, yeah. Anyway, so in order to try and, I guess, prove herself, Jane decides that she's going to sneak in and take a look at what Udo and his fiends are up to. And upon seeing that Johnny is strapped down, decides, you know what, if Udo and his wankstains aren't going to hire me,
save this guy getting his head knocked off.
Jump down there, get myself. Yeah, I'm just going to jump down there, get involved, make sure that this guy's going to pay me a bit of money, get him out of here so that I have a job now. Yay! So she basically signs herself on as Mnemonic's bodyguard for like 50 grand, which, you know, he probably has in an account somewhere in the city.
Possibly, maybe.
Right.
Although he does do a job where you get paid quite a lot of money.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Jane's a cash in hand kind of gal, so she's sticking with him until she gets paid, which is a bit of a, you know, good and bad. Probably good since, you know, the neural leakage from the 320 gigs of information crammed into his brain.
Bear in mind, I got an 80 gig hard drive in my head conversation from earlier. You can understand the issue.
Well, and they spend most of the movie like propping each other up.
Yeah, they do. When he's not having a damn near fatal aneurysm, she's having a damn near fatal fucking...
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's a
like it worked out. Like I'll stay with you, but like we're gonna keep propping each other up.
There's no actual way of putting that politely.
Yeah.
It's either one of the two of them at any one time is having an epileptic fit. Essentially, I'm going to put a more appropriate dolphin behind you now, Buzz. You can continue on. It actually is an appropriate dolphin. It's the one from the movie.
Anyway, so between the two of them, they managed to find out a couple of bits of information about the people that Johnny was supposed to be delivering information to. Unfortunately, there's no sign of where exactly he's supposed to be going, but this is irrelevant since he's damn near fooked. So Jane convinced him to go to her buddy Spider, who used to be a doc and can probably fix him. Spider, played by Henry Goddamn Rollins.
Yeah. Yes, dude.
I love me a bit of Henry Rollins.
Sorry.
So
Fuck yeah, dude.
There's a great line out of Spider at one point whereby Jane is having
Excuse me.
one of her fits, and he just turns around and he kind of goes, just so you know, this was not caused by my work. I do top quality shit. She was in this condition when she got here. Boom. And he does this great rant. He does this great rant and an explanation about how basically it's cyber leakage into people's fucking what's the term that I'm looking for?
Neural synaptors.
Yes, cyber leakage into the people's nervous system.
That's not what I said.
Which causes uncontrollable fits.
I said neural synaptures.
Yes, exactly. Something different.
Yeah, you were wrong, but you reminded me of what
sure
was
he
right.
said neural synaptors in the fucking movie.
Okay. Anyway, he explains that it's because of all the signals, because of the fact that they've gone so high tech. There's so much stuff floating around that it is now physically affecting people.
Yep.
Which, not an unsound theory, all things being equal.
Oh my god. No, we're not. No.
We're not.
I'm not.
Dude.
I'm not. I'm not. We're not.
So
yeah, no. It caught me off guard with all.
Sometimes he says shit, and do you ever watch Big Bang Theory? Do you remember when Sheldon dressed up as the Flash before, and I can't remember, Leonard left the fridge open or something, and he just runs off out into the middle of the desert, and he's just like, "How you infuriate me, like, Leonard Hofstad." Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes kids say shit, and I'm just like,
the thermostat.
"How you infuriate me." I'm not doing the 5G thing.
I'm not doing anything. I was just anyway getting on with the story.
Look at the dolphin.
We get this really cool.
I was trying to segue.
Good job, dude.
Okay. Spider has Jane and Mnemonic go with him as he takes them up into what we learn is actually a huge medical facility, or well, not even an emergency hospital, whatever way you want to call it, where people are desperately trying to deal with all these different individuals who have the black shakes, and it is hundreds of people inside.
Not a gurney free.
The little bit of info that Mnemonic was able to get is that the information was supposed to be given to a Dr. Alcon, at which point Spider informs him really, really brilliantly that he goes, "Oh, okay, well, you came to the right place. Why? Well, that's a code for when the patient's really fucked, we call Dr. Alcom to this room so that every doctor puts down what they're doing and goes to this emergency situation."
Movie,
which
paid attention in hospitals henceforth.
Congratulations, you are this emergency because your head is full of madness and we got to get it out.
Insert Cybertronic dolphin.
No. Spider's the one that figures out what's in his head.
No, Spider figures out how they need to get it out of his head, and then suffers an unfortunate case of murdered.
No. I thought Spider knew what was in his head.
He knew.
That's why
figured out
they were
that
expecting.
He had the cure for the NAS in his head. Yes.
Yeah. Which is a big fucking thing, as you can imagine. Unfortunately, they can't get it out of his head because they can't quite figure out what the other image is and what the other two images are.
It's a whole thing. And don't forget,
they decide
real angry Yakuza with laser whips.
Yes, who are after them a lot.
To the point that I'm pretty sure he had a tracking beacon on him because they showed up like religiously. Within 30 minutes of him getting somewhere, those Yakuza guys were like, "Hey, he's in there."
Well, to be fair, they have Takeshi Kitano really pissed off saying, "Where my info? Get me head."
Reword that now.
So,
and you forget that we also had Dolph Lundgren chasing him down.
Where my info? Get me the head. Okay, good call. Yes, and Dolph Lundgren as a cyber priest who Spider didn't even bother to explain who he was. He just hit him with a van.
Right.
Hit him with a van. Who was that? You do not want to know. He is someone so tough. I have just hit him with my van, and I'm going. And I am a doctor.
Yeah.
And this man was dressed as a priest, saying,
Yeah,
"Stop
zero
sinners."
Fucks. Although he seemed quite aware of who the Lundgren priest was.
That's why he hit him with the van.
Oh yeah, I know. It wasn't like he was just like, damn you, priest. Well, actually, no, he was actually like, no, damn you, priest. But it was in a completely different
It was a whole like, I don't want to
not finish that sentence and just keep going. Anyway, Rollins ran over a dude.
Rollins ran over
bad
goddamn Lundgren, who is fucking loaded to the gills with cyber implants, so he is a basic walking tank, as proved by the fact that he got up after being smacked by the
zero
goddamn
fucks about
van.
the van.
Oh, I think
What
you
an
can.
inconvenience.
I'm going to hurt
van
that one.
is dead. And then I shall get the driver.
You know, he's probably not wrong.
First I fuck up the van, then I fuck up its owner.
Then I fuck up the driver.
So pretty much every badass that could be possible to take
yeah.
the Mnemonic down.
Yeah. And Jane convinced him that the only way to get this stuff out of his head is to go back to Ice-T and his gang of merry, low-tech cyber criminals and Buzz's boyfriend, who attempts to...
I'm sorry.
I wasn't expecting that either now.
Who,
to be honest. he looks so angry. Can you see Buzz? he looks so angry right now.
That's how I'm gauging my reactions.
You can't put a green screen behind you and expect me not to put shit in relation to the movies behind you. Everything's been applicable. You had a killer lawnmower for the first one.
Anyway,
there was the
very tasteful.
There was the red sippy cup.
Kind of.
There was 2 different dolphins because it took me longer to find the Johnny Mnemonic dolphin than I intended. Giz is the one that turned it into a Buzz's banging a dolphin.
He turned it into that ages ago.
No, he was just rubbing the dolphin on the head.
This is what happens when I can't see stuff.
Oh, you misconstrued what was... No, he tried to feed the dolphin some of his sippy cup contents, and then he was just essentially petting the dolphin.
No, imagine what my mind came up with.
I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. Anyway, Johnny Mnemonic's back. Yeah.
We're talking about a movie, aren't we?
Johnny Mnemonic is now back with Ice-T and his merry band of miscreants and their cyberpunk dolphin.
Yeah, who apparently was outfitted by the Navy to ultrasound submarines and rip electronic signals and data from them. So he is jacked up to the balls, and he can hit you with an EM pulse that will fry your brain if you tick him off.
Yeah.
Believe me, I know.
So they decide the only way that they're going to get this info, because they can't get the last image for the lock, is for Mnemonic and the dolphin. Don't call him a fish. He's a mammal.
You're the one that called him a fish.
To basically hack Mnemonic's brain.
Did you call him a fish?
No, Johnny does in the film. It was a joke.
To the face.
It's exactly what happened too. So, after making friends with the dolphin and proving, hey, you don't need to, you're a mammal, don't blast me in the face anymore, they go into Johnny's brain to try and decrypt the info, despite the fact that the Yakuza once again turn up, and it's once again a crossbow and automatic weapons fueled smorgasbord of fun with flaming cars getting dropped on people and a missile launcher that destroys all the walkways and
general madness.
It's just, did I mention the KMFDM? Did I mention the soundtrack is like KMFDM and heavy fucking 90s?
Yeah, which is why I'm very worried about playing the trailer, but we'll do it. Do it on regardless. Oh yeah, I should probably cue that trailer.
So yeah, once again, it can be said that this film is basically a live-action anime story. Everything about it is just pure fucking 90s anime, cyberpunk, glorious awesomeness, including the fact that they had a fucking high-tech dolphin that was the master code breaker that they needed. That is so totally fucking anime.
What did he say? I don't like anime.
My foot.
I said it is so totally fucking anime.
Oh, I thought Buzz said something about anime. Sorry, it sounded like Buzz said something there.
I said ow my
foot. Oh, right, but whatever way the audio came through, it whatever way the audio came through, it kind of merged everything together.
I hate anime.
Into one big smorgasbord of audio.
No, but it's like an anime though, because you've got these odd fucking cool characters just doing oddball fucking shit, dude.
Yeah. Like I could totally have seen, like I was watching it kind of going, I could totally see this being just an animated fucking thing.
Right. And like I'd forgotten about Dolph Lundgren being in it. It's been a while since I've seen it. You know, so I'm almost kind of rewatching it from the first time and shit, and all there's Dolph Lundgren. I was like, oh fuck, that's right. And he's just this oddball fucking cool ass character.
I was gonna the same way. When he popped up, I was like, that's Lundgren.
Right.
Dolph Lundgren. He's a killer priest. Oh
Never
god,
good.
Dolph Lundgren is a killer priest.
Never good.
Oh.
Anyway, we'll move into the trailer. Yeah, all in all, obviously we're all saying watch Johnny Mnemonic. Watch all three of these movies. They tie together quite nicely if you're looking for an evening's worth of entertainment. Yeah. Here's the trailer for Johnny Mnemonic, and then we'll be back to say goodbye and plug for our show that comes up on the old American Horrors on Sunday night. We'll see you in a couple of minutes.
Good morning. This is your wake-up call.
The year is 2021. It is no longer safe to transmit information. Phones, computers, and satellites are all vulnerable. But there is a solution.
Your storage capacity? I can carry nearly 80 gigs of data in my head.
Input the data into the brain of a human courier, like Johnny Mnemonic.
Hit me.
How do you fit all that in your head anyway?
I had to dump a chunk of long-term memory.
You had to dump a chunk of what?
My childhood.
What are you doing?
Making a long-distance phone call. I got the goods, Ralphie. Now I just want to get them out of my head.
Now, in a future...
We locked on him.
Where those who control the information control the world.
I've been charged with recovering the head of the mnemonic courier.
Everyone wants what is stored in Johnny's head.
Double cheese anchovies? Charlie! They were waiting for me, Ralphie.
Time is running out.
I'm a dead man if I don't get this out of my head.
I can get it out.
How?
A cranial drill and a pair of forceps.
For the future's most wanted fugitive. Keanu Reeves.
You can't shoot me.
Not in the head.
Johnny Mnemonic.
Back now.
I don't know if it's good or bad, but
We're back.
I don't know if it's good or bad, but you two fucking bots and me are about
That was very
each
funny.
other.
Audience didn't see it because the trailer is playing, but Giz just went, I know that music near the end of the trailer, just as a copyright audio has been caught in your stream, blah, blah, blah. It'll be fine. It just,
so I'm as fast.
It just means
either I'm as fast as they are, or they're
it just
as
means
slow
we can't
as I am.
monetize
One or
it,
the other.
which we couldn't monetize it anyway because we're not in the monetizable category. So anyway, that's Johnny Mnemonic, and that was also Max Headroom, 20 minutes into the future, and also Lawnmower Man, which you should watch in reverse order of what I just said there, and everything ties together quite nicely. Anyway, as is customary on a Sunday night, myself and Giz are over in American Horrors, 8:30 p.m. CST, and whatever that equates to is GMTs. It's about 2:30 in the morning, for those of you who don't know. And this Sunday, we're going to be doing a review of the new Fantasy Island movie that came out a couple of weeks ago. It's by Blumhouse. And it's about people on a fantasy island. Yep.
Oh, this is going to be a good show.
Yeah, because I liked parts. I liked the idea behind it.
Oh yeah, I liked
some
a lot
stuff
of
in
things
it.
about it, but we'll save it for the show. We'll leave it at that. The easiest way I could describe things without having to ruin any of the rants that shall happen on Sunday night is it got Bloomhouse, quite Bloomhousey, in a massive Bloomhouse kind of way. Anyway, from before we, as is customary, that goes with the show promo, there's also usually a trailer, which in this case is probably better than the movie. And other than that, from myself and the Giz and the Buzz and the Carter, we will all catch you all next week on Thursday, where I don't know what we're going to do yet, but we'll figure that one out. And on Sunday, myself and the Giz also don't know what we're going to do yet, but I'll figure that one out. But on Tuesday coming, Carter and Buzz are going to be back with their original versus remake series, where they're going to be doing
The Last House on
yeah.
Left.
See, they figured it out.
Oh, don't go to the studio.
We're pre-planners.
Yeah,
I thought it was a good joke. Sorry.
Yeah, what was actually no? Sorry, we do kind of know what we're doing Sunday. What was
we had? I had
we
one
summoned
for
the
them.
darkness, and there's going to be some other movies that match up with that, and we'll make a fucking theme out of it. There you go.
Oh yes, yes. My
Okay,
brain
kids,
just
tell
kicked
us what
in.
we're doing Sunday night, so.
Weird
On the
noises
podcast, not
made.
on the TV show, because as we confirmed, the TV show is Final Fantasy. Goddamn, again.
I want to say Night of Demons, but I just need to check the name to make sure I'm right.
Cool.
Arrgh.
We'll be with you in a moment.
Yeah.
We'll be with you as fast as my goddamn technology can goddamn
I really
do what I
hope
want to
Night is the
goddamn
Demons
do,
Sonic, 'cause I
motherfucker.
really like that. Bit of Lucio Fulci.
LMNOPQRST. Tell me I'm right.
Oh, dude, there's another original versus
Night of the Demons versus Night of the Demons.
Yeah, because there's.
Yep.
Yeah, there's two of them.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
exactly
so
what
are we
sucks balls.
Okay, so I guess we're doing the 87
Okay,
one.
and
Well, we could do the 2009 one, or we could leave it a surprise that I try and
surprise it
frantically
is
figure it out, but I'm not live.
Okay, anyway, as I said, this Sunday on American. So this Sunday, myself and kids are doing. We summoned the darkness and Night of the Demons and miscellaneous. Yeah,
original
movie pending, and yet again on American Horrors 8:30 p.m. CST, whatever that equates to as GMTs. Myself and Giz are going to be doing Fantasy Island, not Final Fantasy Island. I've got a one-track mind at the moment.
That's something.
Yes,
that's
it's
something
a game.
completely different.
The game arrived before the console, so currently the game is literally just sitting on my locker, just like,
oh no,
play me.
Oh no,
You want,
no.
You want to play me. You want to see the exploits of Cloud and his gang in all of the HD glory, but you can't.
Have you not tried playing it in one of the older version systems?
I'm streaming currently the original version of it, but when you've seen. Do you know the really epic Final Fantasy movie that came out? Wow, I've sidetracked my outro.
I know they prettied up the old game with the way that Advent
literally
Children
the
looks.
gameplay is the way Advent Children looks, and then the FMV sequences are way better than that.
I can't wait for the movie
It's
video.
already
once
online.
It goes
It's
up
like
online.
9 hours.
Oh,
I haven't watched it
Yeah,
as
just
much
gonna
as
say
I want to. Because the game, it calls me.
the fact that it's 9 hours is a little bit.
Play
But then again, yeah,
me,
I
my
probably get through it.
precious.
Anyway,
Oh yeah, that's gonna take some breaks. Like 9
Anyway,
straight hours.
Sunday night, American Horrors, 8:30 p.m. CST, whatever the West Studios GMTs, 2:30 a.m. Talk to you all later, guys. See you next week, or on Sunday, specifically with myself and Giz.
bye.
See, isn't it better? We're out of the house. We're somewhere nice and fun. This is
Yeah,
great.
we're out of the house, in a larger house of books, where I now have to wear a mask while reading the books.
Come on, man.
It's a hoot.
Libraries are great. Come on, stories.
I won't lie to you, dude. I had like a slightly bigger plans for my summer involving booze and a band, baby.
You know what? Fine.
Sexy wenches.
I'll solve this right now.
You bought your Necronomicon to the library?
No, it's the library edition.
The library have a Necronomicon?
Of course they do. Invoque por todos Isla de Fantasma!
Phantasma? What the fuck? Where are we? Oh my god, man, it is hot as fuck here.
See, isn't this better? Nice outdoors, sunny. I brought us to Fantasy Island, man.
No, idiot. You brought us to Phantom Island. Phantasm is phantom in Spanish. Fantasia. Yeah.
Sure.
Yep. Phantom Island. Awesome. If that purple suited git shows up, you're in a lot of trouble, bucko.
I can fix this, alright? I can fix it.
Why don't you just zap us back to Fantasy Island or zap us back to the library or something?
Because I don't have... That's a library book. You don't take books out of a library. Look, it's alright, okay? I can fix this. I'll figure something out. I will fix this.
Actually, it does give me a good idea for an episode. Join us up for the Giz this Sunday, 8:30 p.m. CST, whatever that equates to as GMT, is only on American Horrors for a brand new episode where we're going to be reviewing the new Fantasy Island movie.
Hey, look, boss the plane!
Yeah, you better flag that fucking plane or we're not getting off this bloody island.